my friend Lawrence, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, greetings from Chicago. First of all, my very sincere apology for not being able to be with you. I've been traveling nonstop for several weeks. Just came back from Quito, and I'm just exhausted. I had met Lawrence in US at the Notre Dame University, and I was very excited about his presentation there and what he's doing and what he had planned to do at the Himalayan Consensus. Then I had really agreed to be with him. I hope I'll get a chance to again connect with him and get a briefing on all that you plan to discuss. My idea was to talk a little bit about the need to redesign the world. Based on my own experiences in IT, telecom, internet, web, and technology, I'm convinced that technology has a lot more to offer. And the possibilities that we see in the future are unique. However, the design we have today is not really geared towards taking advantages of all that technology has to offer. We know that in the last 50 years, because of technology, longevity has improved, infant mortality has decreased, communication, transport, energy, and many things have substantially improved, and poverty has been reduced. But at the same time, disparity has increased, terrors have taken roots in the last couple of decades. And in light of all of this, I go back and look at the design we had after World War II. Right in early 40s, led by US, the world was designed with UN, World Bank, IMF, NATO, WIPO, WTO, and measurements like GDP, GNP, per capita income, balance of payment, trade deficit. Then the world was really divided into bipolar world. US agenda was predominantly focused, rightfully so, on democracy, human rights, free markets, consumption. Unfortunately, violence was in the back of everybody's mind. Right after that design, I believe several things happened. One, Gandhi-led decolonization really encouraged large number of countries to dream differently. Now these countries were free from colonial masters. Then came Chinese modernization. The idea was to take free market economy and try it out with a different kind of government beside democracy. That experiment succeeded fairly well, And China continued to grow at the rate of 8-10% for several decades. Then came Gorbachev, who decided to do exactly opposite. And that apparently didn't work well. Soviet Union fell apart, Berlin Wall fell, and there was a time when everyone thought that we are indeed going to be living in a unipolar world with US as the only real superpower. However, that changed with 9/11. In fact, a lot of things changed with 9/11. US imploded and the world economy started having some strains. To begin with, Lehman Brothers crisis, mortgage crisis, lot of push into TARP, and we still see stress in global economy. Right after that design of 1940, transistor was invented in 47, which in a sense led into a whole new revolution in communication, computers, software, services, and created lots and lots of opportunities globally to improve productivity, efficiency, reduce cost, and in a sense connected world. I remember when I started my work in telecom in India, India had just about 2 million phones. Today, India is a country of billion connected people. World already has 8 billion mobile phones. So how do you design a world when everyone is connected? And how do you use this connectivity going forward? To me, based on what we see in internet and web, I find that almost everything we do today is basically obsolete. So I've been thinking about this as a layman. I'm not an expert in any of these things. But based on my own journey for the last 74 years, I see pieces of puzzle little differently. Living in India, living in US has given me a special advantage point, and especially in technological developments. I believe I had a ringside seat. To me, new design is all about moving next step from democracy into inclusion. World today has huge challenges related to disparity, demography, and development. Disparity between rich and poor, urban, rural, educated, and educated. And at the same time, we know that almost 1% of the people, rich people, control over 50% of the world resources, financial resources. So how do you build a more inclusive world is a big challenge. And that has to be the core of our new design. Then we got to move from human rights to human needs, from capital markets to environmental economy, from consumption to conservation, and from violence to non-violence. To me, we need 5 new pillars of the next design. What it means is that we need to create new institutions, new economy, new measurements, new organizational architectures, and create new sensitivity. Because the way we are headed, disparity is increasing. Lack of inclusion is creating strain in the system. And we need conscious effort to really redesign the world. Not that I have answers. All I'm looking for is a new conversation. Can we begin a new conversation to redesign the world? And I hope at this meeting in Kathmandu, you all think a little bit about this whole idea of a new design. What do we need to do? Can we really go on with the way we have been going on? Or we need to find new answers in new design. I hope you take a little time out and have a new conversation on this. Finally, I want to thank you, Lawrence, for giving me this opportunity. I want to once again apologize for not being able to be with you. And I want to wish all of you a great conference. Thank you.